But the other thing we have about Kick is something that we talked about yesterday. I went over this on stream yesterday. And it's there's a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of stuff here to go over. But yeah, so there is still punishment. There is still punishment, but it's not really the right punishment, especially when you can't tell if the person is actually doing it or not, right? So we have a tweet here saying this. Okay, I talked about this yesterday on stream, but I figure we go over it now. All right. I've been holding back on these thoughts, but it's becoming too apparent in my stream not to talk about it. Please note that this is specific to music streamers who professionally produce themselves on Kick. Can you really call it a community if a huge percentage are lurking, but hit you up in your DMs or other people's streams to tell you how they are always listening to you? Is it really a community if folks wait for 1 to 2 main gifters to give them a sub to your channel, but never sub/gift themselves and expect to consume your performances for free all the time? The talent, skills, energy, and showmanship is there, yet the math ain't mathing. Is there really a future for the music category on Kick? Actually, can there be a future? Because tabbing won't do it. Gifting won't do it. Lurking is fine at times, but it won't do it. You can tell me you love what I do in my DMs all you want, but respectfully, that is simply not enough. The fact we don't get to see who's watching is a huge discomfort for someone offering a performance. Imagine selling out a venue, but there is a wall between you and the audience. Who knows who's watching, taking notes, copying, using? And then you put all of yourself out there like that without humble sub goals being met. Pardon me, but it feels almost abusive. So basically, the first part of this here is essentially saying that, you know, music category, professionally produced music, but the community just doesn't support. And the community expects to just watch the live stream for free without having to give any subs or anything like that. But then on top of that, also the fact that they can't see who's watching. Now, in this instance, based on what was said in this paragraph to then compared to the paragraph directly after that, it seems like the idea here is that they want to be able to see who is watching the stream, to see who is taking in the performance for free and not subscribing to support it, even though they're putting a lot of work into the content, right? Is what it seems like to me. But then again, I mean, it is a reference to viewer list, which I think is very important. But Kick is highly, highly against adding a viewer list. They really don't want to. What up, Space Panda? Welcome to the stream, dude. They then go on to say this: I've believed in Kick from the get-go, but I've never witnessed such reluctance from viewers to financially support on a platform, even with the exposure of front page, which I'm always grateful for. 8 months in, my main supporters all still come from TikTok/Twitch, which isn't normal. Wondering if someone or a group of people put a target on my back to gatekeep me from certain communities and supporters on Kick. No. Or is it just the platform that has too low of an amount of music viewers? We need more culture, actual culture, not little gangs and clans and rub my shoulder, I'll rub yours type of circles between streamers. Yeah, the Kick just needs more viewers, right? Kick just needs a lot more viewers. Kick just doesn't have a lot of viewers for almost every category, right? They just don't. Open space type culture, or else it will no longer grow and other music streamers just won't want to come here with their communities. Many have confessed to me that's why they went back and or are sticking to other platforms. I'm not going to share details about my KCIP, but basically it's great to have it as an extra, but not at all something a full-time musician streamer can rely on without the support of subs on top. Don't let the other categories with higher overall category CCV data fool you. I actually have been saying there should be something in the KCIP data determining your rate that supports headlining a niche category to compensate with the lower overall category CCV. I mean, if you want guaranteed pay, work a 9 to 5. Yeah. What up, Gursey? No one is obligated to sub to anyone or follow anyone of anything. People can still support you if they like you, if they don't sub or follow. True. Um, the farming no longer works. My folks from TikTok come over and are shocked at the lack of support as well as the lack of gifting variety and simply go back to the TikTok vibes. The lack of support. I don't know what that means. You just, the lack of people gifting subs. Is that what that means? Um, like, is that what that means? I don't know. I've been vocal about this to Kickstap before, so this is not a cry for help to them. It's for you all Kick folks to give you a perspective. Do you want us around? Do you enjoy what I do? Or am I just taking for granted here? They say go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. Okay. And then Mikey comes in to say a very long-winded thing here, but it's basically him asking, well, how do you think Kick could improve? On top of that, I think it also comes down to the streamer, right? What can the streamer do? Does the streamer do enough things to push people to come to support and you know support the live stream and gift and sub and stuff like that? Do enough people do that or not? So it comes down to that aspect as well here. That's what he kind of brings up as well. And then they responded saying, I appreciate response and open-mindedness in addressing this comment. I have a multitude of suggestions which I definitely shared in the past to folks at Kick, but for the viewer of an artist they are a fan of, it boils down to chat engagement when they can, word to mouth, sharing, liking, commenting on the content they put out, etc. The issue is this is all stuff that depends on the viewer, right? What can Kick really do to increase this? Because this all comes down to viewer. If the chat engagement, this comes down to the viewers typing in chat. What can Kick really do to increase this? Right? There's this one live streamer that I know on Twitch that literally they have songs with entire scripts of music that they play on stream, and they literally create a live concert. They're not a music streamer. They create a live concert, and their entire chat of thousands of viewers spams the exact same line the moment it happens on the stream. They're in sync. It's crazy. Things like that. It's like the chat engagement is ridiculous because that's how they managed to do it. I still am, it's crazy to me how they did it, but they literally coordinated their entire live stream to post the exact same message the moment it happens in the song. It's ridiculous, right? Simply everyone doing their job. Folks pay big bucks to support big industry names, but somehow if we are not commercial, we are shamed when we talk about wanting humble financial substance for what we do. So folks subbing, if they can afford it, definitely helps. Gifting back if they got gifted. It's good karma because the art of give and take really is a thing. As for the needs platform-wise, we understand Kick is still in development itself, but there are certain things that would truly help our pockets and motivate us to keep pushing, such as kicks, aka bits like Twitch, right? But yeah, many other things, but it's baby steps. But if Kicks obviously would be a big supporter, would help for sure. However, all in all, I believe there needs to be more exposure to bring in new viewers because we often end up being streamers watching streamers. Would love Kick to become a place people think of turning to discover music. That requires marketing efforts at IRL music events, in my opinion. So much potential all in all, which is why I sparked up the convo. At the end of the day, what other things can Kick do to help? What other things can Kick do um to increase their marketing thing. So I don't know. True, chat engagement content, people will be will get more people talking. Oh yeah, if there are a lot of people talking in the chat and there's like a good conversation, I feel like more people are more incentivized to type in chat, right? Or something that is like channel points. I know there's blurp, but not all users can use blurp. No, I agree. Blurp is amazing, don't get me wrong, but blurp is not natively built into Kick. So people on the phone cannot use it. Whereas channel points, people on the phone would be able to use it. It'd be so much better, right? Being in the KCIP doesn't give you all the benefits a job would, like insurance, for example. Yeah, you need to like really make enough money to be able to pay for your own insurance, which is very expensive, right? Because typically jobs would cover that. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. But I figured I would go over this big post here because I thought it was quite fascinating. Um, but yeah, I wonder if like a solution to this might potentially be just create a pay-per-view stream, have it so that the streamers have to, the viewers have to gift subs or pay kicks to even tune into the live stream. That would make it more of like a live performance pay-per-view thing. Otherwise, I don't know how can you force people to spend money? How can Kick force people to spend more to gift more subs? You know, how can Kick force people to type and chat more, right? I, how much of this stuff goes on to Kick? I'm not sure what can Kick do, right? What can Kick do? Um, I don't know. Kick would have to put on their own events, basically, type thing. I don't know.